Gregoire, are you online?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Okay, good.
I'll be pulling up your slides now. If you'll just tell me when to flip slides. I've got straight up 2 o'clock Central Daylight. So.
Okay, thank you. So we'll continue with the accent. Sorry. So we can go to the next slide. So basically, what we are doing is a BeagleBoard-based netbook. So why a BeagleBoard-based netbook? I mean, this is really about the maturity of software and maturity of hardware. I mean, the maturity of software, I'm talking about Linux and open source. I mean, we are all using OpenOffice, Firefox, Linux kernel, and all of this. And you begin to have a kind of maturity of those applications. I mean, they can really compete with even Mac OS X or obviously Windows operating system. So to really get benefit of this maturity of open source application, it's a first trend. The second aspect is also the maturity of the ARM processor. I mean, now with the Cortex, with the Neon and the OMAP, you begin to have something that starts to be good enough to provide a desktop experience that can compete potentially with the Intel x86, Intel Atom processor. So when you put this together, you can definitely come with an ARM-based netbook. And definitely the ARM-based netbook can also offer some other very interesting features. I mean, especially the battery life, the fact that it could be heat-free, the fact that it could be fanless, so something that could be very interesting. So if you put all of this together, I mean, in a single product, you can reach something that could be, that can start to be interesting enough for the consumer. I would say that we are at the inflection point where those kind of platforms can now start to be good for the consumer. So this is what we are trying to do with the always innovating TouchBook. And we also wanted to be very innovative on the form factor, and I will explain this in the next slide. So if you can go to the next slide, Jason, please. So we really wanted to offer multi-usage, and we have this ability to separate the screen from the keyboard. So when you just have the screen separated from the keyboard, the system becomes a standard tablet. And you have a touchscreen interface. So due to the fact that the ARM board is very small and you can put it on the back of the screen, you have something very nice, I think, in terms of a tablet. Probably something very similar to what Apple will do at the end of the year. I'm sure that you have heard about all those rumors of this coming iTablet. I mean, I don't know the name of this coming product of Apple, Steve Jobs working on it. I'm sure that it will be something very similar, and I'm guessing that it will be also on an ARM processor, I mean their own ARM stuff. So definitely something very interesting. But we also wanted to offer a keyboard. I mean, if you want to type an email, I mean, I'm sure that you have an iPhone. It's very painful to try to type a document on an iPhone. I mean, this is why we have this dual form factor of the standard netbook with a keyboard and this tablet. You can go to YouTube or to this URL that you have on the slide, alwaysinnovating.com/videos. We have a couple of nice demo of what we are doing, and I mean we have a very nice system where you can put some magnets on the back of your tablet, of the TouchBook, and then you can stick it on the door of your fridge. So if you want to watch YouTube on the door of your fridge, or if you want to watch a video on the door of your fridge, or to take a look at some recipes, not open embedded recipes, I mean cooking recipes, that could be very nice. So you can take a look at those different form factors enabled by the TouchBook. So let's go to the next slide. So yes, this is what I was mentioning. I mean, ARM-based processor powering the touchbook, and basically what we did is that we started from the BeagleBoard. I mean, we when I discovered the BeagleBoard last summer, I mean, I told to myself, I mean, this is an amazing project. Everything is open source. I mean, this is open hardware. You have two amazing guys, Jason and Gerald, behind the project. I mean, definitely, this is a very good way to accelerate the development of the touchbook. So I really wanted to start from this project. And you have all, I mean, the advantage of the BeagleBoard in the touchbook. I mean, this is fanless, no moving parts. The operating system is on the NAND and on an SD card. It's noise-free, heat-free. I mean, definitely to have a netbook on your lap with no totally cold. I mean, this tool, and you have amazing battery life. So if you go to the next slide, you have a picture of our board. And so this board is behind the screen. So this is on the tablet part. On the tablet part, you have the screen. And on one side you have the board, on the other side you have a battery to power the system. And on the bottom part, the keyboard part, you have just the keyboard and an additional battery. So the bottom part is very simple. Everything is really on the tablet part, and you have the main board on the tablet part, and you can really recognize the BeagleBoard. I mean, if you take a look on the bottom left corner of the board, you see the OMAP, you see the TPS, totally the same location as on the BeagleBoard. You have even the same JTAG connector like on the BeagleBoard. So we really took the BeagleBoard and we wanted to extend the feature of the BeagleBoard. So you have the video for the screen. You have an LVDS on the right side of the board. I mean, just below the cable, you have the cable going to the screen. We have a USB hub. So we really wanted to offer something really USB based. I mean, I really consider that USB is amazing because, I mean, today if you want to have a hardware feature, you are almost sure that it exists through a USB interface. I mean, it could be Wi-Fi, it could be Bluetooth, it could be Zigbee. I mean, whatever you imagine, it's obvious that it exists on USB. So we really wanted to offer a bunch of USB ports. I mean, you have 8 USB port on this touchbook. So really trying to leverage the USB connectivity. You have also an accelerometer. Unfortunately, it's not a TI accelerometer, it's a Freescale, sorry. But I mean, there is no TI accelerometer. So the accelerometer, I mean, obviously this is when you rotate the tablet. This is to detect this. And we are also working on some 3D games. I mean, exactly what you can do on your iPod Touch. This is exactly the story that we want to go for the tablet. I mean, all those 3D games based on accelerometer. We think that it could be extremely cool. You have a touchscreen interface. So, I mean, this is a standard, for the moment, resistive touchscreen. And you have also all the batteries on the top top left corner of the board. You have all the circuitry for to manage the two batteries, the battery that is on the tablet and the second battery which is on the keyboard part. So next slide, please, Jason. We also wanted to offer an operating system because, I mean, the same way, I think that Apple is so successful because they have the good integration of both hardware and software. I mean, if you come just only for hardware, and this is a good start, but this is not enough. And if you just have only the software, I mean, it could be very good. I mean, Ubuntu is doing an amazing job, but if you really can come with both sides, I think this is where you can have a very interesting value proposition. And we wanted to try to do something quite polished. I mean, it's still in beta, and we still have a lot of work to do ahead of us, but I think that we have a good start, and we have a good start also because we started from Angstrom. So thank you, Koen, for all the work